we should be closing with national pledge. And that is what we will do now. Our national pledge remains, I pledge to Nigeria, my country, so don't let your mind jump up. It's still our own familiar national, Mr. January, I can see you. It's still our own familiar national pledge. So, ladies and gentlemen, shall we please rise?
State Director, Vocational Orientation Agency, and the delegation to IVTEC. I want on behalf of the management, staff, and strength of the IVTEC, thank you very much for your time to be here and for this program to go as planned. Mr. Director, sir, please permit me in a moment to just dwell on the issue of this National Orientation Agency. Of course, it has, I think when we people got to know it, the consciousness came in 1983 when the war against indiscipline was introduced. And what is war against indiscipline? The core value there is self-discipline. Once you are disciplined, then you know what to do. And what you know to do, and once you know what to do, and you are doing it, you will play your part. Government will play its part. For instance, exam malpractice. During that war against indiscipline is 21 years imprisonment. No appeal. Smuggling, economic sabotage is firing squad. But the tempo had to come down because it felt it's entrenching on people's fundamental human rights. You can just claim people and then without allowing them to fear hearing and self-defense and then begin to. So definitely that's when the orientation came in to become MAMSA. By MAMSA, I think mass mobilization, social justice and economic mass mobilization, social justice and economic recovery. I remember. So that one now transformed as we are going to the National Orientation Agency. The core thing there is self-discipline. Do what you are supposed to do. Do what you want people to do. Once you can fulfill that area, the government is good for all of us. Thank you very much, Mr. Colleagues from the office and the delegation, I want to thank you very much for your time and for being here. And of course, my people, this IVTEC, I want to thank you very much for your attention. And as you leave, going back to your various places, especially the director and the delegation, we wish a safe trip home and back to your various places. And I want to assure you, IVTEC is there 24 hours for you, and we are showing you that as we move on. So we are really orienting our people. The core values are instilled in them, and these are some of those things that design ought to prevail. And I assure you, one of those things, you can't just wear anything and enter this campus. They know that. I'm a bit harsh, yes. But what we know that what we do in IVTEC, we want people we train people who are going to be responsible, people that really matter in the society. And because of that, I make bold to say, you can't come to IVTEC when you're Yaru. But tie your ear like this, no, you can't come in. You can't come in with this crazy jeans here. It's not happening. It's simple. You can't challenge me in court because these are some of those things. Most of that before I come my student here. So, for here, as I assure you, we are not doing anything less than making our young men and women responsible for future leaders and all the rest. Once again, Mr. State Director, thank you for your time and how should go. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon to you all. Great Nigerian students. Great Nigerian students. Greater Nigerian students. Go Nigerian students. Thank you. Like you have heard, you are from National Orientation Agency, and we have discovered that there is that serious need for us to continue to visit schools, not only tertiary institutions, secondary school and primary school, because of one important thing that we have lost focus on. Our mission in the agency, if you know National Orientation Agency, in the past, we are the former MAMSA. I don't know whether some of us have been born. The students, I'm not talking about the lecturers. So MAMSA those days will carry vehicle, will continue to sing, especially during census 91. Babe Wakawa census, Wakawa, and many other things. We tell people to obey law, to obey government decisions, respect government policies, and at the same time, we help to collate your yearnings and expectation from government. We give it back to the government so that government can act positively. We will help in keeping the environment clean. We will help in building a just society through our social justice unit. These are many other things. Promotion of education is part of the things we have come here for. In the past, we have a program, Campus Focus. Campus Focus, that's do the right thing, Campus Focus. Then we concentrate on how to eliminate or reduce to the barest minimum social vices in our school, like exam malpractices, then like cheating, malpractice cheating, like patriotism, and many other social kind of anomalies happening on campus. But today is a bit change, but everything still borders on morals and value. What we want to introduce to you this afternoon is that citizenship code. Citizenship code 747. And what is this 747? It is believed now that after serious consultation with many public analysts, student organizations, and the likes, we have discovered that we need to do one thing for us to become greater again in this country. And what is that simple thing? We need to build Nigerians. We first build ourselves ethically and morally. When we now build ourselves, we'll be able to build Nigeria that we are in. People, a lot of us here in this country are Nigerians. Nigeria is that singular map entity. So we need to build ourselves, reorganize ourselves, discover ourselves, help ourselves, stay with ourselves, so that we'll be able to repair that Nigeria. There are a lot of things that has happened in this country, and the problem is not starting just in a day. We have economic problems, we have social problems, insecurity, and the likes. These are glaring, no doubt about it. But what can we do? We need to go back to the drawing board. We have a different narration in our new national anthem. If you know them, this narration, talking about the effort of our heroes past, talking about our different ethnic diversity, our ethnic group in the country, Yes, you know, we have more than 250 dialects in Nigeria. But prominent, we say Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. And sometimes when with sentiment, we say Omo Igbo, Omo Ajepako, Abi kind of. And Hausa will say, Iribi, this one say, Bala, Nagoro, you disabi. So all these things, we need to identify some of these qualities in us as human being or as ethnic group. So these qualities must be shared now among us to be able to identify who is a Nigerian, a real Nigerian here. Like now, when you sum up all these energies, all this togetherness and everything, differences in our dialect, differences in our behavior, you now see that we must evolve one single identity through our values. So there must be value change in us now. And this value change will help to repair the Nigeria that is spoiling. Government said, okay, on the government side, let's see, we'll have 7 government promises for the country. Okay, this is our job. We are elected by us, we are elected by everybody. We must do this thing. It's expectation of government. By the time we have our election, everything, you now see that some of the anomalies that will come during election, anomalies that will come in governance when they are in office, anomalies that will come when they are distributing palliative, everything will be among these areas identified. Then we will now try to see who are the real people committing or the kind of bridging or breaking the contract, because it's a social contract between government and the government. The government are there, we are the government.